You ever get that gut feeling that something's wrong but you can't quite prove it yet? Yeah, that feeling saved me from wasting years on the wrong girl and set me up for the most satisfying revenge I've ever pulled off. So, here's my story. A, 28M, had been dating Emily, 25F, for almost 2 years. On the surface, things looked perfect. She was the type who knew exactly how to charm people. Always sweet in public, always quick with compliments. The kind of girl everyone thought was too good for me. I bought into that illusion too. But here's the thing about illusions. Sooner or later, they crack. I started noticing small things. Her phone suddenly became a part of her skin, always face down on the table. She'd laugh at texts and say, "Just a meme," but never show me. Date nights turned into girls' nights, and her stories weren't adding up. The breaking point came when I accidentally saw a notification pop up on her phone while she was in the shower. It was from a guy I'd never heard of, with a heart emoji at the end. My chest sank, but I didn't confront her right away. See, younger me would have just yelled, broken up, maybe cried into a beer. But not this time. This time, I decided if she wanted to play games, then I was going to play smarter. So I started acting normal. No suspicion, no cold shoulder. I even leaned in harder, buying her flowers, cooking dinner, being the perfect boyfriend. Because if she thought I was clueless, she'd get sloppy. And oh boy, did she. Within a week, I had full proof. She forgot to log out of her email on my laptop, and I saw everything. Plans, pictures, messages. She was sleeping with a guy from her gym. And it wasn't just a fling. She was telling him things like, "You're the one I really want." My blood boiled. But instead of exploding, I smiled. Because that's when I knew. I wasn't just going to leave her. I was going to humiliate her. I started my plan quietly. Step 1 was patience. Step 2 was making sure she didn't suspect a thing. I still took her out, still texted her goodnight, still kissed her like nothing was wrong. And meanwhile, I was planning the exact moment her little double life would come crashing down. And trust me, it was going to be a show. I had the proof. I had the rage. But most importantly, I had the patience. And patience is the sharpest weapon you can ever use in revenge. I knew Emily loved attention. She thrived on people thinking she was the perfect girlfriend. So naturally, I decided to use that against her. Her birthday was coming up in 3 weeks, and she had been begging me to throw her a small but special party. Usually, I wasn't much of a party guy, but this time, I told her I'd go all out. And when I say all out, I mean balloons, cake, drinks, friends, family, and a very special guest. Her gym guy. See, I reached out to him using a fake Instagram account pretending to be a buddy of hers. I accidentally let slip about the party, the date, the time, the place, and just like I predicted, he couldn't resist showing up to surprise her. Meanwhile, I was playing my part as the perfect boyfriend. Flowers every Friday, I love you texts, even a promise necklace she'd been hinting at for months. She thought she had me wrapped around her finger. She had no clue she was dancing straight into the fire. The night of the party finally came. Our apartment was filled with people. Her friends, my friends, even her parents showed up. Everyone was laughing, music was playing, cameras flashing. Emily was glowing, soaking up all the attention. She kept hugging me like I was the best boyfriend in the world, and that's when I gave my little speech. I tapped the glass, got everyone's attention and said, "Tonight's not just special because it's Emily's birthday. Tonight, I want to celebrate how much trust and love we've shared these past 2 years." So, I made something, a little video. Her eyes widened, but she smiled, clearly expecting some cheesy montage of us together. Everyone clapped as I plugged in my laptop to the TV. The video started with a slideshow of our happiest moments, vacations, date nights, silly selfies. People were, "Oh," and Emily was tearing up. But then, the slideshow faded, and the screenshots appeared. Her texts, her emails, the pictures she sent him. Everything. The room went silent, except for the gasps and whispers. Emily froze, her face draining of color. Then, as if on cue, the front door opened, and in walked Mr. Gym Guy, holding a gift bag and smiling like an idiot. Perfect timing. All eyes turned to Emily. Some people were shaking their heads. Her parents looked like they wanted to crawl into the floor, and her best friend straight up muttered, "Oh my God." Emily tried to stammer out excuses. "It's not what it looks like," but the damage was already done, and I just stood there, calm, sipping my drink, watching the empire she built crumble in front of everyone she cared about. This wasn't just revenge. This was justice, with a side of humiliation. Emily's face turned every shade of red imaginable. She stood there trembling, caught between anger, panic, and embarrassment. Her gym boy? Yeah, he looked like a deer in headlights. Poor guy didn't even know what to do. Drop the gift bag, run, or apologize. Meanwhile, the guests just sat there in awkward silence, watching the drama unfold like a live soap opera. Emily tried to grab the remote, yelling, "Stop this. This is private. You had no right," but I simply smiled and said, "Private? Babe, you made it public the second you invited another man into our relationship." That line hit like a punch. People gasped. Her best friend actually clapped. She spun around trying to save face. "It's not like that. He doesn't mean anything. You're the one I love." And right then, her gym boy scoffed, muttered, "Wow, really?" and walked straight out. Everyone's eyes followed him as the door slammed. Now she had nothing to hold on to. Rehook. You know that moment in a movie when the villain realizes the game is over? That was her face, and trust me, seeing that expression in real life is better than any Hollywood ending. Her mom dragged her outside for a talk, her dad avoided eye contact with me, and her friends? Half of them stormed out, half stayed, whispering about her betrayal. And me? I didn't yell, didn't cry, didn't argue. I just quietly unplugged my laptop, poured myself another drink, and let the silence speak for itself. Because sometimes, silence is louder than any explosion. After about 10 minutes of chaos, Emily came back in, mascara running, begging me to, "Please, let's talk in private." I shook my head. "There's nothing left to talk about. You had your fun. Now I'm done." And with that, I handed her a small box. Everyone thought it was another gift. But when she opened it, there was just one thing inside. The key to my apartment. I leaned in and whispered just loud enough for others to hear. "You can leave it on your way out." The room erupted. Gasps, whispers, even a couple of cheers from my friends who had always suspected her. Emily stormed out, slamming the door, and that was the last time she set foot in my place. The best part? The story didn't stay in that living room. Her reputation tanked. Word spread through our friend group, then through her job, small city problems. Suddenly, Miss Perfect Girlfriend was the poster child for betrayal. And me? I got closure. I moved on, leveled up, and, ironically enough, met someone amazing months later, someone who actually knew what loyalty meant. So, yeah, Reddit, I didn't just get revenge, I got freedom, and nothing tastes sweeter than walking away with your dignity intact while the liar drowns in their own mess.